What's up, y'all? And welcome to the Uncensored Independent. As you know, it's your host, Avery Thornton. And I wanted to talk to you guys today about Thomas Massie and Khanna. I'm going to get to Thomas Massie and Pam Bondi's exchange because I know we were going over Pam Bondi and her wild ass hearing on the house in front of the house, and so the only part that I left out was Tom Massey, and that's because I wanted to put him and Rokana together. Now, those two have been at the forefront of pushing to make sure that these Epstein files actually come out. And I am so glad for them because they are actually fighting for what the American people want. And they have lit a fire under this country and under the House of Representatives to force the release of so much of this stuff. And I'm so proud of those guys. Um, uh, Thomas Massey and I may not agree on a lot, but this, yeah, we agree on. And the work that he's done and is doing, putting Pam Body's feet to the fire, is amazing. And also, the type of balls it takes for Rokana to release the names of 6 people on the House floor, just because he can. Because you can't sue a representative for any speech that he does on the House floor, or he or she, for whoever, for any speech that they give on the House floor. This is big. This is probably, like I said, this is like the biggest scandal ever in American history, and they are trying to cover it up hard. So stay right there. Give me 1 second. Let's watch these testimonies, these videos from Thomas Massey and Rokana. All right, guys. I want to start with Rokana, and then we're gonna go to Thomas Massey first because what Rokana does in this video is amazing. Period.
Mr. Speaker, yesterday, Congressman Massie and I went to the Department of Justice to read the unredacted Epstein files. We spent about 2 hours there, and we learned that 70 to 80% of the files are still redacted. In fact,
I'm going to pause right there. Do you hear that? They've released only 3 million of the 6 million documents. And he's saying of the documents that have been released, 70 to 80% of them are still redacted. Because they are protecting the pedophiles, not the victims. In fact, they released the email that had all the victims' names. It was an accident. So they say, but the thing is, the reason why most people think it's not an accident is because they redacted the lawyer's name who sent the email. And in the email, the actual title was Victims' Names. These people are disgusting.
There were 6 wealthy, powerful men that the DOJ hid for no apparent reason. When Congressman Massie and I pointed this out to the Department of Justice, they acknowledged their mistake, and now they have revealed the identity of these 6 powerful men. These men are Salvatore Navora, Zorab Mikoladze, Leopig Leonor, Nicola Caputa, Sultan Ahmed bin Sulayem, CEO of Dubai Ports World, and billionaire businessman Leslie Wexner, who was labeled as a co-conspirator by the FBI. Now, my question is, why did it take Thomas Massie and me going to the Justice Department to get these 6 men?
Oh, there happened to be a billionaire co-conspirator that they just happened to redact, and they only unredacted the name when, oopsies, we got caught. Terrible.
Men's identities to become public. And if we found 6 men that they were hiding in 2 hours, imagine how many men they are covering up for in those 3 million files.
Facts.
But the story gets worse.
Uh-oh.
The reality is that Donald Trump's FBI scrubbed these files in March, long before Thomas Massie and I passed the Epstein Transparency Act.
Thank you, Mr.
Now, my bill is clear. The Epstein Transparency Act requires them to unredact those FBI files. And yet,
hear that? They're breaking the DOJ under Pam Bondi and Donald Trump is breaking the law. They in the law that Congress passed, it states that they had to unredact the files. The only thing that can be redacted are the victims' names. That is it. They are breaking the law. Arrest Pam Bondi. Arrest the agents who are in charge of redacting. Arrest them all.
The Justice Department said to me and to Congressman Massie, we just uploaded whatever the FBI sent us. And guess what? The FBI sent scrubbed files. That means the survivor's statement to the FBI, naming rich and powerful men who went to Epstein's Island, who went to his ranch, who went to his home and raped and abused underage girls or saw underage girls being paraded, they're all hidden. They're all redacted. It's a little bit of a farce. They're inviting all the members of Congress to go to see the Department of Justice, quote unquote, unredacted files, but they've got all redacted files from the FBI. And it's not the fault of the Justice Department attorneys. They were just told upload things that Donald Trump's FBI had already scrubbed. It's a blatant violation of the Epstein Transparency Act, but it also asks a fundamental question. Who are they protecting?
Rapists and pedophiles.
I have several questions for you.
Wait. Before we get into this one, they are protecting rapists and pedophiles. Period. That's it. That's it. There should not be congressmen shouldn't have to go to the Department of Justice to look at the unredacted files that were supposed to already have been released because it's the law. Then they have to write down and memorize it because it's in a skiff and they can't bring their phone to take pictures. No. They have to write down and memorize everything, and then they have to come to the House floor to release names because you guys are being too scared and doing a cover-up. It is gross, it is disgusting, and it is so blatant and obvious. These people know that they are protecting rapists and pedophiles, but they are bought and sold by these people. That's it. Bought and paid for by these people. Hey, I'll toss you this. I'll give you this campaign donation, and I'll give you this money to your business if you make sure that I don't go to jail. This doesn't happen. They're rapists and pedophiles. Some lines. You should just have lines. You should just have morals and realize rapists and pedophiles need to go to prison. Not, if you're poor and you're raping a pedophile, of course you go to prison. But if you're rich and a billionaire, no. All right, let's get to Thomas Massie.
Mr. Speaker, yes.
I have several questions for you. Who's responsible? Are you able to track who in your organization made this massive failure and released the victims' names? Are you able to track who it was that obscured Les Wexner's name as a co-conspirator in an FBI document? Do you have that kind of accountability?
I believe Wexner's name was listed more than 4,000 times.
Yeah, I already told you that. This is where he's listed as a co-conspirator.
Can I finish my answer? Come on, let me finish my answer. We corrected that within 40 minutes. He was already, you're acting like everybody's trying to cover up Wexner's name.
Reclaiming my time.
I'm going to answer this question.
Reclaiming my time. Mr. Chairman.
This is how this works.
Can I have my time back? Mr. Chairman.
The gentlelady can give her answer. The time belongs to the gentleman from
All right, I'm reclaiming my time.
Can I give my answer?
So
Yes.
I'm going to put the language of the bill up on the screen.
Chairman, may I give my answer on that? It's a political joke, and I need to give my answer on that.
We'll let the Attorney General respond, and then the gentleman can move to his next question.
It's my time.
Within 40 minutes, you asked me a question. Within 40 minutes, Wexner's name was added back.
Within 40 minutes of me catching you red-handed.
There was one redaction.
Oh, within 40 minutes we added it back. After you got caught, you weren't going to add shit. What are you talking about? Like he said, who's going to be accountable for you guys releasing the victims' names? Who's going to be accountable for you guys protecting pedophiles? You guys have to get it together. You have to get it together. One second.
Where he's listed as a co-conspirator.
And we invited you in.
Gentlemen.
This guy has Trump derangement syndrome. He needs to get, you're a failed politician. You need to get on these matters.
Mr. Chairman, please restore his time and remind the witness of the rules here.
Imagine being able to build an app with your
That was wild. That was wild. This country is being ran by people who are protecting pedophiles and rapists, and it has to change. It has to. All right, 1 second, guys. All right, guys. That is just wild. The whole cover up, Pam Bondi versus the entire Congress, because Republicans are pissed at this point. You guys ran on releasing it. Pam, you stated that you had the files on your desk. Then you said, "Oh, there's nothing to see here." Now there's 6 million fucking files. It's a mess. It's a cover up, and it's so obvious that you guys care more about power, money, and influence and covering your own ass than actually even just turning around and looking at the victims and just apologizing. Than just realizing things are more important than you. And sometimes rapists and pedophiles need to be taken down no matter how rich and powerful they fucking are. Period. Period. Like, fuck the bullshit. This country is descending into hell because our elected officials are all bought and paid for by pedophiles. And the craziest among us that were saying this theory 10, 20 years ago, they were right. They were fucking right. And that's crazy. All right, guys. I love you guys. Please like, comment, subscribe, share this shit far and wide. Um, we can't let this continue in our country. Period. All right. I love you guys. Keep doing everything that you're doing.